Alright guys, this is Matt with Matt's Wild Point of View, and I'm going to go over a product today. I'm going to go over a bunch of products from the same company. I've been trying to get this video done for a while now actually, because I feel that these guys put out fantastic products. Problem is that it's been, if you've been paying attention to the news, you know that it's been raining non-stop in Michigan pretty much the entire month, and we got flooding and all kinds of bad stuff going on. So I got a break between the storms. So I'm going to try to get this done as fast as I possibly can, but I also want to make sure I go over everything thoroughly because I really think these products are really good. This string tracker is probably the best string tracker you can get for your money. I know that they're a little bit more pricey than some of the string trackers you're going to see, but these absolutely work fine. I've never had a failure with this. Sorry, I got a motorcycle going way too fast here. I don't know why they think they gotta go that fast down this road. There's deer everywhere. But anyways, I want to show you this design really quick because it's really easy. First of all it does is literally there's a strap and a rubber cushion. So what I do is I keep this in my bow hunting bag with me. So when I'm in the woods, this is with me all the time, whether I need it or not, because you never know when it's going to start raining or something, and you're going to want to make sure that you can track that deer. So this straps onto your bow, right where your riser meets your limbs. You don't want it in any of the working limb section. You want it down here, just a little bit where your riser meets your limbs. And this goes on really easy. It's just got a loop system here, so you literally push the Velcro through the hole. Easier if you don't have a finger tab on. Tighten it up where it needs to be, and that is literally it, guys. You're good to go. Now all you have to do is tie the string to the end of your arrow, or you can use the device that he sends with these. And it's basically just 2 loops on the end of a wire. One loop goes around the head of your arrow, and you tie your string to the opposite loop. Super simple. I'm going to set you guys up downrange here, and I'm going to take some shots. I'm going to take 2 shots without a string tracker on there, and then I'm going to go ahead and tie up an arrow with a string tracker on it, and I'm going to go ahead and shoot that as well. And you're going to notice that there's absolutely no difference in arrow flight at hunting distances. So I'm going to take advantage of this plane going over to shut this off and set you guys up a little bit downrange from me. I got the string tracker attached to the bow. I got this target set up at about 18 yards from where I'm going to be shooting. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot 3 arrows. 2 of the arrows are not going to have a string attached to it, and 1 of the arrows will have a string attached to it. What we're going to do is step back at hunting distances, 20 yards, 18 yards, and we're going to shoot and try to see if we can shoot a group the size of our hand. So if the arrow is drastically affected by the string, it should let us know that. This seems like a pretty decent test for that. Also, it should give us a decent idea. Another thing people like to talk about is they act like this string is going to drag the arrow down a drastic amount, and maybe if you had a string tracker that wasn't designed as well as this, it would. But I've seen no issue with that. So with that being said, let's step back here and take 3 shots. All right, guys, there you have it. They're all within a hand's distance apart. I really can't complain one bit about that, as far as I have not been shooting lately because it's been doing nothing but storming here in Michigan. So here we go. We got no string tracker, and string tracker. All of them I mean, they're within 3 fingers apart, as you can see. So the string tracker makes no difference as far as, is it gonna affect your arrow flight? No. Okay, another thing that I wanna do is I wanna show you guys if I can get these arrows out without moving this target. Does it slow your arrow down at all? Hopefully you can see the backs of these arrows. And the answer to that as well is no. As you can see, all of them penetrated the same. So, with that being said, what's the reason to not use one of these? It's a no-brainer to me. If this is gonna help you track deer and help you recover animals, it makes absolutely no difference on arrow flight. It doesn't affect penetration. To me, it's a no-brainer. Put that on your bow. Make it easier for yourself to recover that animal. You know, there's a few things this could really help you out with. One thing, say you made a bad shot on an animal. Say you shot the animal far back and it runs off and lays somewhere, or it's not bleeding that well. This string right here is gonna give you a leg up, and that's worth it. You know, how many of you guys have tracked a deer and jumped it, but when you jumped it, it didn't bleed at all, but you know that was a dead deer? Well, if you had a string on that, you might have been able to follow that string right to that deer, or hog, or bear, or whatever it is that you think you're going to be hunting at that time. Here's another great scenario that I like to think about all the time, because in Michigan it rains all the time. So say that I got 45 minutes to hunt after work and it's a chance of rain. I can throw this on my bow and feel absolutely comfortable hunting with that. You know, I don't have to worry about the rain washing the blood away because I have a bright white string to follow. Yeah, guys, this string tracker is fantastic. I can't say enough good things about it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to shoot at a little bit of moving targets, and we're going to throw this string tracker on there. Why not? Because I strongly believe it does not affect arrow flight at hunting distances. So that's the next thing we're going to do as long as the rain holds out. Let's go ahead and try that. Is the string on the arrow going to work? Yeah. Okay. Worked pretty good. All right, you ready? Go ahead. Bullseye. Did I get it? Coulter. Lightning bug? There you go, guys. Now I wonder if you could go goose hunting with this thing. The last product that you're gonna see me go over before I go over their tabs and hats and things is gonna be this quiver right here. This quiver is fantastic. I've had a lot of different quivers, and you're not gonna see me with a lot of bow mounted quivers. I don't like having my arrows on my bow. I like having a bare bow actually, so even having this stuff on here is a bit much for me. I do use it because it's a leg up and it works great, but I don't often have things on my bow. So I prefer a quiver that I can put on my side, and I prefer a quiver that's extremely quiet. Let me get an up close of this just so you can see how awesome that is. It's green, dyed green, and it's alligator skin. Now, I don't know exactly how he puts these together. I would have to ask him, but I know they're extremely durable because I put this one to the test. So let's talk about the things I like about this quiver real quick here. The main thing that I really like about this quiver that caught my attention right away is if you look in this opening right here, you're gonna see that it keeps your arrows completely separated. That is awesome. So you got 3 arrows that you can put in down here and 2 arrows up top, so it's a 5 arrow quiver. Now what I do, and I don't know if you other guys that use these do this as well. Try to hold this so you can see here. There we go. I'll put my small game arrows in these 2 slots over here, and I'll put all my broadheads over here on this side, so I know that they're separated. It's very easy for me to get to them. Or I'll put my practice tips or stump shooting arrows on one side and my broadheads on the other. I had that backwards in the video. This is the number 2 side here. But either way, no matter how you look at it, it keeps things separated. So when they're on your hip, you're going to be able to retrieve these arrows. And this is awesome too. Listen, absolutely nothing. These things are so quiet, you can hear the foam in the bottom. That's all you're going to hear. So with this loaded up with arrows, let's see what this sounds like. Nothing. I can rattle this around. It doesn't have a rattle. It doesn't have a knock to it at all. So I think what he does is he's got a hard piece of material that runs the length of this. I believe it feels like it could be metal. I'm not sure. And then he's just got metal screws holding it onto that. Super simple design with a loop here that loops around your belt or in your pocket. It couldn't be more simple. And if you're like me, you like simple. I don't want to complicate things. Why muddy something up that doesn't need to be complicated? So for me, this is like an awesome, perfect quiver. You're either going to see me with this on me, or you're going to see me with Great Northern's side kick that goes over your shoulder or around your back. Or a lot of you guys have actually modified that to do the same thing. But you're going to see me with one of those 2 quivers. So this is Omnivore's Homestead and Quivers quiver here. They also make a bow mounted quiver, but like I said, you're not going to see me with that just because I don't like things on my bow. But absolutely fantastic quality. See the stitching on that is just really nice. These things hold together great. I have not had an issue with anything coming apart. So what this does is it just attaches to your belt or in your pocket, just like this. So you can just grab an arrow, pull it out, and you're ready to go. All right guys, so I want to go over these tabs really quick before it just decides to downpour on me. Now I showed you the tab that I was just shooting, but I want to show you the other 2. This is a tab Mark made, and it matches my quiver. So if you guys are into some matching sets that look good together, you can see that they're the same green. If you guys like that kind of thing, you know, get a hold of him, and I'm sure he can set you up with something pretty cool. Like I said before, this is my snakeskin tab. And the last tab I want to show you guys that might help a lot of you guys out if you're worried about controlled shooting. If you can see on the back of this, there's a black dot, and that dot is a clicker. So how to use that is, if you're trying to shoot a controlled shot, a lot of you guys use a clicker on your bow. And I can understand that completely. I've dealt with target panic in the past and other things, and luckily I was able to figure out in a different way, so I don't use a clicker, but they're definitely a huge advantage to you guys. So the way I was explained, and that I've shot this a few times and it seems to work just great, is put your thumb on that black button. Okay, now as you draw your bow, you're gonna have your thumb on there. You're gonna draw your bow just like you normally would, and when you come to anchor, that black dot is, so your thumb's on there like this. It's hard to see if I got the bow in my hand. Your thumb's on there like this. As it slides across your face and rests into anchor, which my anchor is behind my jawbone, when that happens, I'm expanding, and when I do that, it presses that button against my face. When that clicker clicks, due to expansion, I know that that's time to let the arrow go. For a lot of you guys that don't want a clicker on your bow, which usually goes on your bow limb, this might be a great option for you. Now, I don't use this because of the clicker, but what I do shoot this tab a lot for is look how thin the leather is in that. And that gives me ultimate string control. You guys that shoot a lot know what I'm talking about. If you guys really like to be able to feel the string in your hand, this is a good tab for that. So Omnivore's Homestead and Quivers clicker tabs, definitely I'd give them 100%. Let's go over another product real quick that you see in a lot of my videos. Something super simple is their hats. If you're just looking for a good hunting hat, something that's, you know, not necessarily camouflage, because if you just go to Walmart, the hats you're going to be able to buy there are going to be just camouflage mossy oak stuff. So if you want a really neat beanie for hunting season, this goes great with fall colors. As you can see, it's well put together. I'll put it on for you guys real quick because I wear this a lot, even though it's probably 100 degrees and 90% humidity here in Michigan right now with all the flooding we got going on. So that's how this hat fits. It's fantastic. If, like I say, if you've watched my videos, you've seen this hat in the past. If it's gun season, I'm still hunting with my bow, but you're going to see me wearing this hat. It's the exact same thing, it's just hunter's orange. So the last thing we're going to go over is when it gets dark tonight, we're going to go over his new product. And that is a hunting light that straps on your bow limb. It straps on the same way as the string tracker. It's got the same system, so it just literally goes through a loop. You pull the Velcro tight and that's it. It's on your bow. It's good to go. It's quiet. This one's in green. He makes them in red, but what I'm gonna do with this setup is use it for an extra bow fishing light when I'm bow fishing at night. Here in Michigan, we don't have a ton of, I was saying this earlier, but we don't have a ton of things to hunt at night here. We got a lot of coyotes that we're allowed to hunt, but as you guys know, getting into bow range of a sneaky coyote is not necessarily easy. We do it and it's a lot of fun, but, and you know, we should probably do a video on that as well. But we don't have the hogs and the things that a lot of you states have, which this light, can you imagine hog hunting with a light like that? Man, how awesome is that? Now what I want to go over later in the video is I have another light like this that I bought, and every time I shoot my bow, the light goes sporadic, like it's having a seizure. So I can shoot arrow after arrow after arrow with the light that Omnivore's Homestead and Quivers makes here, and it doesn't do that. It doesn't start blinking on me. It's just a really good product. It's not loud. Okay, I wanted to go over this. So I got both of these attached to my bow, and a lot of things they create vibrations on your bow. So when the bowstring thumps, you'll hear an extra vibration afterwards. Any of you guys that have used mounted equipment on your bow have probably had that happen before. But I want to go over this real quick. If you guys can listen. There's absolutely no vibration that comes from the light, and there's no vibration that comes from this string tracker. Alright guys, so I got the night vision on my camera here. It's pitch black outside. I have two lights mounted to my bow right now. I have the Omnivore's Homestead and Quivers light, which is green, and then I have the light I bought previous to that, which is just a regular white light. I want to show you guys what happens when I shoot these at night, which is what they're supposed to be made for. Keep your eye on the white light and keep your eye on the green light. I'm going to switch this back to a normal camera so you can just see the lights. Everything will go completely black, but you'll be able to see the lights, and then I'm going to shoot at this target. But like I say, I'm going to shoot a few times. Keep your eye on the white light, the regular colored light, and then keep your eye on the green light, and you'll see exactly why I'm a big fan of the Homestead and Quivers light, the green light, over the other one. Here we go, shot one. You guys see what's happening with that top light? And then that green light is the Homestead and Quivers light. The top light's from the other light. So, let's start that over, which you have to do every single time you shoot this light apparently. and let's shoot another arrow. I'll stand back again. As you can see, it changed to the dimmer setting that time instead of the flashing setting. So I don't know why it's not consistent on what settings it decides to go to. And we'll shoot another arrow here as well. And back to the blinking setting. So you can see every time I shoot this bow, it goes to a different setting. This top light does. Let me switch you back to infrared so you can see me. Okay guys, so you can see this light is going nuts, it's going haywire up here, and this light's definitely fine, this bottom light. Start that over so it's not driving you guys crazy. That is the Omnivore's Homestead and Quivers light test. I'm not gonna mention the other brand. I don't think it's really great to drag people's name through the mud. But clearly the Homestead and Quivers light definitely came out on top on this challenge. I'm gonna continue to do different testings with different equipment too. So don't think that I'm just trying to show you guys one equipment, you know, that beats all type thing. I'm gonna do more testing. If you guys want to see different bow mounted lights and things, if you want to see more of that, go ahead and leave me a comment. I'm just trying to prove a point that I've bought two other lights. They both do the same thing. When I shoot the bow, the light goes haywire and it goes to a different setting. It starts blinking, where the Omnivore's Homestead and Quivers light absolutely stays the same. No matter what, it stays the same, which is what I want in a light at night, especially if I'm shooting at animals. The last thing I want to do is take a shot on, you know, if I get the chance to go down south and get on some big hogs, and I shoot at a hog and my light wants to give me a seizure after I shoot the arrow, I'm going to be pretty upset with that. So if you catch me at night hunting, I'm going to be hunting with the Omnivore's light for sure. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Really great products, guys. If you're looking for a lot of good equipment to go with your traditional gear, if you're looking for hatch, string trackers, tabs, these guys also make hunting soaps. They make hunting soaps they're fantastic. I use them. They don't dry my beard out. They make shampoo and soap, I believe, right now. Definitely awesome stuff. If you're like me, you work hard all day. I'm a drywaller for a living, so when I get home from work, I am nasty, stinky, sweaty. The last thing I want to do is go sit in a tree stand like that, so I'll jump in the shower and use their soap as well. So they have more products than these. They also have products I've seen and I've got for my girlfriend, like women's hats and things. But check out Omnivore's Homestead and Quivers here. This doesn't want to focus for me. Here we go. So check those guys out. If you're looking for some great equipment, get a hold of them. I don't have any kind of a kickback. I don't have any kind of affiliation with these guys. I just really think that they have great products. And a lot of the stuff that you're going to see me do on this channel, I don't have sponsors, guys. I'm showing you guys this stuff because I believe it works. Same with all the bows. This is the next bow I'm going to review, by the way, and that's the Botnik Quick Stick. Great bow, but I'll go over that in the review. I just want to be completely honest with you guys. If you see me pitching a product, or you see me pushing a product to you guys, that's because I've used it for months and months and months, or sometimes years and years and years, and I found it to work. I'm not going to push anything on you guys that I don't think works. With that being said, it's about ready to storm again here in Michigan, probably continue the flooding that we got going on. So this has been Matt's Wild Point of View on Omnivore's Homestead and Quivers. Fantastic products.